What's going on, everybody? Just moved back with another video for you guys. We are back on Dokkan Battle. In today's video, we already know LR TEQ Super Gogeta is finally coming for the thank you celebration on Dokkan. There's going to be maintenance tonight. It should be happening starting in the next 3 hours, and after that, at about roughly 4 AM Eastern, I'm pretty sure, maintenance should be over unless it gets instead extended, unfortunately. And this banner should be live, and the entire thank you celebration should be live. So this video is going to be a preview to the Gogeta banner and the units, of course. So let's get started. First off, here is the banner as it was on JP. This is how it was on the JP version of the game, obviously. Obviously, the featured new units. We have a new Super Saiyan Gotenks, the first Super Saiyan Gotenks on the movie heroes category. Then we have the new LR Goku and Vegeta Angel. Of course, we know nothing needs to be said from there. Then the featured units, some pretty good, interesting ones. Some have been here one too many times. LR, Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta. Kaioken Blue, Evolution Blue, Vegeta. This is the second time they're appearing on Global. They had their initial banner last December, and then they had the Saiyan Day. They were included in the Saiyan Day banner with the new Broly that came out. Then TEQ, LR, Gohan, and Goten, the Go Bros family Kamehameha. Still a very solid unit in their own right. Then Physical, this is the first time they're returning on Global. Physical, Super Saiyan, Trunks, and Goten, of course. So that's the boys. They're pretty good, very nice, solid unit. Not one of the best Dokkan Fest of 2021, but they're still very good in their own right with their own teams. Int Transforming Gotenks, very solid unit. Good partner with this unit, as well as the new Gotenks that's coming as well. Then AGL Pikkon, TEQ, Janemba, both return for the first time on Global. Two very interesting units in their own right. Janemba did get shafted a couple things that they gave to Pikkon, they didn't give to Janemba, so that always happens. But then AGL Super Saiyan Gogeta, of course, still very interesting. We're coming up, I'd say maybe in a few months from now, eventually one day he may be getting an EZA. The next time they ever do a Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, of course, if they ever do another celebration like that, this guy could be getting an EZA through that. Then lastly, Int Super Gogeta EZA, still very solid unit, one of the best 120 EZAs out, and he's still very usable on many teams, including the new teams that these new characters introduce. So this banner, of course, will be coming. This one may likely have the tickets that we've been getting in the last 5 days for missions. If you clear any stages twice, of course, you get a 1 Dokkan Festival ticket per day. You can get up to 5, and I'm pretty sure this will be usable on this banner. But then there's another banner we need to talk about right here, and this is the Tanabata Banner as well. This banner came out a week after the initial banner came out on JP, so we could expect to see this, maybe not. This banner tends to come out actually on Christmas. If you recall last year when we had the Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta come out, the LR one, a week later, or Christmas Eve around that time, they had a second version of a banner which brought back the 5-year anniversary LRs, Gogeta Blue and Vegito Blue. That came back. So this could happen. This could happen a week later. This banner could go live, or they might actually try to save it for Christmas, but more than likely it'll probably come out during this celebration. And there were 2 versions to this banner. A stone version. Note, the Gogeta banner has 10 featured SSRs. This banner has 20 featured SSRs, with them being a lot of units. The 2 new units, the return for the first time on Global, whenever this comes out, if it will be during this month or next month for Christmas, the return of the 6-year LRs in UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. So that'll be happening. They will be available in the Red Coin Shop. Then we have a lot of SSRs. We have these guys that are also featured on the first banner that I just showed you guys, and then a lot of Dokkan Festival SSRs right here that were not available. So this banner is interesting, but at the same time, if you want to get the LR, the LR Gogeta, you probably just want to summon on their banner. But if you want to try and go for the 6-year LRs, you could do this, or you could just buy them in the Red Coin Shop if you have enough coins. Now, there is a ticket version to this banner. This happened on JP. The tickets that we received, you see the rainbow tickets, they're similar to the ones that Global got during the 6-year anniversary. We may get these. They also gave these out as wishes for the Dragon Ball. So the Dragon Balls should be returning in the Thank You celebration as well. They were in the Tanabata celebration, this exact celebration on JP. So we should be getting 3 sets of Dragon Balls, I believe, and you'll be able to get tickets and you'll be able to do summons. I managed to pull Evolution Blue Vegeta again from these on JP, and I already had him after, you know, the 60th anniversary. So I had a dupe, and tickets are good. That's why tickets are good. So both of these banners should be in a week within each other, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see if this will drop during the celebration or maybe next month for Christmas. We'll see whatever they do, honestly. Now it's time to talk about the units. Before we talk about the units, let's take a look at the new category that these 2 units are introducing, which is the time limit category. It's pretty self-explanatory. Characters restricted to a certain time limit. Now this has a lot of units that are this category. Really, you'll find it similar to the fusion category, because all fusion characters, by way of fusion dance of course, have a time limit of 30 minutes, which means you'll see this Goten and Trunks here, they're in this category. I don't believe they're in the actual fusion category because they're not a fused character, but they do fusion in their super attacks, so that's why, of course, that's why they are here in this category. Then obviously the new units, you have the leader, the main leader being the new LR, then the sub leader being the new Gotenks, and then there's a couple of interesting plot points with this category. The best way to think about this category is pretty much a Fusion Plus category. So Fusion Plus, Dragon Ball Super Vegito, every Vegito from Super is here. So the TEQ LR1, then the SCR LR1. I'm pretty sure as well, of course, Physical, yes, Physical Vegito Blue is here. So that's very good with his EZA, of course. Then you have units like Super Buu Gotenks Absorb, because he absorbed Gotenks who was mid-fusion. They had the time limit, so he's part of this category as well. That's very nice. Then you have units, angel units, any character with a halo should be on here because they were, of course, restricted to a time limit of being on Earth. So you have Grandpa Gohan, you have Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku, EZA, very good unit. You have the Veku from the Fusion Reborn story event. Then you have other units, of course, Caulifla and Kale. Right now, JP exclusive at the moment. Of course, eventually it'll come out a few months later on Global. One of the newest JP units, the Dokkan Festival, Caulifla and Kale that fuse into Kefla, they're here as well. Then you have some Dragon Ball Heroes units like the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks Teen, this guy. Then you have the AGL one down here, who is actually getting an awakening later this month with the latest Dragon Ball Heroes, Super Dragon Ball Heroes collaboration that's going to happen later this month. So that's going to be pretty good. And then you have other units from Heroes like the Vegeta Trunks Fusion card. Then you have the Gohan and Trunks Fusion card. And Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is here, obviously. Then you have units like the LR, Physical Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. It's a pretty interesting category. That's the best way to think about it. Fusion plus Angel characters plus Dragon Ball Super Vegito plus Angel Golden Frieza transforming along with the Super Buu LR. It's a very interesting category when you take a look at it. And it's pretty good. Definitely better than the normal Fusion category. So you can run Fusion characters with this Gogeta as your leader, but then you can also run other characters as well. Now it's time to talk about the units. I brought up this Gotenks because I think this is a good comparison when you talk about this new Gotenks that is coming out pretty much late tonight now. This is the Furious Finish AGL Super Saiyan Gotenks. He is a time limit category leader, like I said. Key plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 120%. On his 12 key super attack, he raises defense for 1 turn and causes spring damage. Not the greatest, but he has a medium chance of stunning all enemies immediately. Great for Super Battle Road. A 30% chance of stunning all enemies. That's very good. He has an AoE as well, so that's also very good for Super Battle Road. Maybe even World Tournament if you don't have LR Broly, of course. And then his passive, attack and defense plus 120%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 70%, and a high chance, 50% chance, of performing a critical hit when facing only 1 enemy. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice, especially like Super Battle Road when you have only 1 enemy left, or there is only 1 enemy. Events like maybe the Collection of Epic Battles or the Infinite Dragon Ball History event. Maybe, you know, because he can raise defense on his SA, you can probably pass for him bringing him along in the, you know, Legendary Goku event or Legendary Vegeta event, maybe even the God of Destruction event. You know, it's possible, of course. Then he launches an additional attack that has a high chance, once again 50%, of becoming a super attack when facing 2 or more enemies. And then lastly, of course, well, that's part of the passive. This is very good for Super Battle Road, like I just said. You can get an additional super attack and then try to stun more enemies that you haven't stunned already. And then lastly, time limit category allies, key +3, attack and defense +40%. As a whole, 2021 has been very good for side banner units. When you think of the third form Frieza, don't think about the TEQ Piccolo, unfortunately. When you think about Inkaba, you know, he's kind of crap, but at the same time, very good support for Universe Survival Saga. When you think of the TEQ Goten that came out on the Videl banner, very good support for Gifted Warriors. And then you have this Gotenks that's also very good, very good as well. Support for the time limit category, so he will be helping alongside many units like the LR Gogeta, of course, the TEQ Caulifla Kale that's on JP at the moment, any Dragon Ball Super Vegito, any other Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as well. So this is a very good unit with a great support ability on his passive. And then when you take a look at his links, still these are his links right here. Then you look at his categories. Like I said earlier, this is the first Gotenks really that is on the movie heroes category, so that's very good. And then when you talk about this guy and this guy, they will be linking together because this guy starts out as a base Gotenks, so that's going to be very good. They link together. They have some pretty common links: Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, Innocence, Fuse Fighter, and Fierce Battle. So they'll be very good partners together on the same team, and he should link pretty well with the new LR, of course, as well. So I think this Gotenks is going to be great. Here's the stats at 55% and then 100%, and this Gotenks should be performing pretty well on this new category. Now it's time to talk about, of course, the new LR, TEQ, Goku Angel, and Vegeta Angel. They are the leader of the time limit category or the connected hope category, which is Pycons. We needed another leader, definitely. Category key +3, HP +130, and attack and defense +170. Very good. The best this is the best leader skill for attack and defense. They're going to be hitting pretty hard, and any other unit that's on their teams will be hitting pretty hard. So their 12 key super attack, they raise attack and defense by 30% for one turn. Then they cause colossal damage to the enemy, and then on the 18 key super attack, they raise their attack and defense again for one turn by 30% and cause mega colossal damage to the enemy. Now their passive, pretty interesting passive right here, attack and defense plus 120%, and then they reduce their damage received by 30%. Good damage reduction. That's pretty nice for any difficult content event, Extreme SBR, legendary events, God of Destruction events. That's very nice. Then a 50% chance of randomly changing key spears of a certain type to rainbow key spears. With that, they have the ability of plus an additional key +2 in addition per rainbow key spear obtained. So that's going to be very nice. That will help with them getting their, getting their 18 key super attacks. It's similar to the year 3 LRs when you think about the Int Vegito and the physical Gogeta. This ability right here to get even more key based on how many rainbow key spears you obtain. But then they're also orb changer. 50%, it could have been 100%, but 50% is still better than a 0% chance. And then they have a medium chance of launching an additional super attack, 30% chance as well. This unit before fusion is very good, pretty solid, very nice. They do decent damage, they do very solid damage, and you really can't complain. Now, the most negative thing about this unit really is it comes down to the active skill. So here it is. They fuse on their active skill, obviously, and it can be activated when HP is 70% or more, starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. The turn condition's not bad. 4 turns, okay, that's not bad at all. It's good for like Super Battle Road, God of Destruction event, Legendary Goku and Vegeta events. They're long anyway. It's good for shorter events like, like those events, Collection of Epic Battles, and the SBRs as well, like I just mentioned. But the problem comes with the health restriction. Now, when you take a look at LR, Goku and Vegeta Angel, this is obviously a year old. These units basically came out a year within each other. Obviously Gogeta, July of this year. Then this Vegito, August of last year. These units, it's not bad to compare them because they have a lot of similar things. The passive, their attack and defense that they get at the beginning. The damage, they both have damage reduction. The difference, Gogeta benefits from rainbow key spears. You need type key spears for the Vegito though, so that's a thing. And then medium chance, they also have a 30% chance of launching additional super attack. So they're both very similar in their own rights, especially with the super attack effects. But then the active skill, this is why a lot of people have honestly preferred Vegito over Gogeta. I have both on the JP version of the game, and I have ran both units, and then I have ran both units separately. If you have these two on a rotation together, probably the best rotation in the game because they are very good. They link together very well. It won't be difficult for them to get super attacks, and they get a lot of attack buffs with their link skills that you see that they have, especially when they both fuse. But the active skill condition, definitely Vegito is better because, as you can see here, you only need to be 77% or below. On Gogeta's, you need to be at least 70% or more. And in a difficult event, like I just mentioned, the SBRs, God of Destructions of the world, of course, it's going to be kind of hard to be at turn 4 and have over 70% HP with Gogeta, when you're going to be, all your other units, including him, may be getting hit pretty hard at that moment. So you might need a heal. And in other cases, when you're running these two units together, you might need to pop Vegito's active skill first in order to get Gogeta's active skill afterward. And that is a thing a lot of people have done. But the main problem with this is that, yeah, if you're running them together, that's not much of an issue, of course. If you have them on the rotation, of course, that's what I'm basically putting out. But if you're running them separately, and when you try to compare them as separate units, not together, separate on their own teams, that's where a lot of people still want to lean towards Vegito, and I understand that, because you want to fuse into Vegito, because when you fuse into Vegito, he is practically unstoppable, of course. Now, when you take a look at, of course, their link set, actually not their link set, their category set, there's only very few teams where you can have these two units together. Pure Saiyans, Joint Forces, Super Saiyans, Kamehameha, Final Trump Card. That's all the categories that you can have these two units on together. There's no Gogeta on Battle of Wits, there is no Gogeta on Potara, obviously, and there's no Gogeta in the Majin Buu Saga, of course. Accelerated Battle, no Gogeta on that as well. So, definitely, that's where the problem comes in when you compare these two units. But, that is really the only negative with this Gogeta unit, obviously. And then after fusion, here we are. This is a Super Gogeta. Obviously, this is the reason why everyone wants to summon. Here, his super attack effects, they don't really change too much. Obviously, the animations do. The super attack effect for the 12 key stays the same pretty much. The 18 key, almost about the same, but he does now lower attack and defense on the super attack with the Soul Punisher. Almost every Soul Punisher super attack lowers attack and defense on every Gogeta. Now his passive, obviously it will change once he fuses. So he recovers 30% HP once only. Vegito, it's 20%, so it's an extra 20% being 50%, so that's the thing. Then attack and defense plus 150%, that's always nice, super high attack and defense. Attack's effective against all types, that's a Gogeta thing as always. And a great chance, 70% chance of performing a critical hit. Very good, which means you can make this unit more built towards additionals. Maybe you want to have some crit, but definitely you want to have a lot more additionals because this guy will always be hitting hard. Always has a chance to be hitting hard. Then he randomly changes key spears of a certain type to rainbow key spears, which means they took off the 50% restriction. So now he always does this, and it'll be any type of key spear to rainbow. Then key plus 2, just like before, key plus 2 per rainbow key spear obtained. And then lastly, right here, key plus 5 reduces damage received by 30%, and he foresees the enemy super attack for 5 turns from the start of turn. Another point right here where you can compare the two units, Gogeta and Vegito, because when you take a look at the Vegito post fusion, of course, Vegito has key plus 5 and foresees enemy super attack for 10 turns from the start of turn. Another reason why a lot of people still consider Vegito better, just because of the possibility you can still see when the enemy is going to be super attacking for another extra 5 turns, and be ready whenever that happens. Plan your turn accordingly so that you don't possibly die in a difficult event. But Gogeta at least has the damage reduction. That's still nice, you know. But yeah, definitely a bit of the reduction in the foreseeing kind of sucks a little bit, especially when you consider this next part that I'm about to mention. So this is new. This is going to be new to global. This is the first time it's going to be introduced into global, I believe. Pretty much. There's only 2 characters that I know on JP that literally are both coming during the celebration that do this. So here it is. So when an enemy is hit by this character's ultra super attack, which means you need to launch Gogeta's 18 key super attack first for this next part of the condition I'm about to mention. Once you launch the 18 key super attack on the enemy, if the enemy does an unarmed super attack where the icon is a fist and you know that the enemy does that super attack, he nullifies an unarmed super attack directed at the character from that enemy for the duration of that turn. So one, you need to make sure Gogeta does his 18 key super attack before the enemy you're targeting does their super attack. Secondly, you need to make sure that enemy is doing an unarmed super attack. And then with those 2 conditions done out of the way, Gogeta will nullify the super attack and he will do that animation that you saw where he gets punched but no damage gets done. 0 damage, basically. Pretty much the first character to do 0 damage, which is insane. And that is everything to really know about Gogeta's passive skill after that. So, very good unit. Here's his link skills, of course, his link set. And here is his link set compared to the Vegito. Obviously, differences here. Power bestowed by God, that's here. But every other link after that, these 2 share. And that's why they're very good rotation together when you have both of them fused. One of the best rotations in the game. Rivaling the 6-year LRs, you know. So, it's just a very good rotation when you have these 2 on the team, of course. And then Gogeta's categories as well here. A lot of interesting categories. A lot of categories that kind of need help, like Otherworld Warriors, Powerful Comeback, of course, Connected Hope as well. Definitely needed another leader. And that's pretty much everything to know about this Gogeta. So, all in all, I think this unit is great. He is awesome. Fantastic. He's not the best LR in the game, of course. He's not the best unit in the game. When you have LR UI Goku, when you have the full power Frieza LR, when you have LR Super Saiyan Goku, when you have Evolution Blue Vegeta, and then when you have the, of course, LR Super Vegito right here. But this guy is fantastic still, nonetheless. I have had this unit since the banner came out. I pulled him first multi on JP. I hope the same happens on global. But when you think about should you summon or not, I think you should. One thing to consider, a couple things. Dragon Ball Heroes, obviously, they'll be having their celebration later this month. So you probably want to summon on that, possibly, potentially, maybe. You probably want to do that, summon on that. Then there is a legendary summon coming for Janemba, and I'll talk about that when it's dropping. You probably, honestly, might want to, I wouldn't say skip, because that Janemba is very good. Probably the best defensive unit in the game, but it is a legendary summon. It's not going to be, unless it's spiced up somehow. You know, throwing a lot of stones at it might not be the best idea, but when you talk about what's a summon for next on global, really it's just heroes and then Super Vegeta, and then maybe something global first coming for Christmas. But that's pretty much everything to know about this banner and these units. The banner's solid, the unit is fantastic, and that's everything. So the banner should be going live the next 11 hours, 12 hours, pretty much, something like that, once maintenance is over. And yeah, tonight is the night for LR Tech Super Gogeta. Thank you guys for watching the video again. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Comment. Are you summoning for Gogeta, or are you actually planning to skip? Or are you trying to summon on the banner that's coming out later next week, possibly, and you're trying to get the 6-year LRs, or buy them from the coin shop, of course? So let me know below. And then with that, thank you guys for watching the video again, and I will see you guys on the next one.